on Facebook and Twitter.
Mask Up India.
It's a simple task. Just wear a mask.
Mask Up India.
Mask Up India.
Mask Up India.
In New Delhi this morning, remembering the brave policemen who sacrificed their lives while discharging their duties. Police Commemoration Day is observed on the 21st of October every year to honor the loyalty and supreme sacrifice of police personnel for the nation. It was on this day in 1959 when CRPF scripted a saga of valor and sacrifice in the inaccessible, inhospitable terrain of hot springs in Ladakh. In this battle, 10 CRPF men were martyred in the defense of the country. Well, every other country lauds police officers who were martyred while serving the nation as it celebrates the Police Commemoration Day in their memory. Well, Union Home Minister Amit Shah said that the police personnel are always on duty and there are no holidays for them. Addressing the gathering at the National Police Memorial in New Delhi on the occasion of the Police Commemoration Day, he said that they are always busy safeguarding the nation and its people.
मित्रों, पुलिस बल एक ऐसा बल है जिसके लिए कोई छुट्टी नहीं होती है, जिसके लिए घड़ी भी नहीं होती है। 24 घंटे 365 दिन तैनात रहना पड़ता है। जब देश की जनता रक्षाबंधन का त्योहार हो, सभी अपने भाई बहनों को राखी बांधते हैं, एक दूसरे को शुभकामनाएं देते हैं। उनको मालूम नहीं है कि मेरे पुलिस बल का जवान चौराहे पर खड़ा रहकर आज भी ड्यूटी कर रहा है। इसके कारण ये त्योहार वो शांति के साथ मनाते हैं। होली के रंग बिखरते हो, ईद का मिलन होता हो या दीपावली के दिए जलते हो, पुलिस के जवानों को छुट्टी नहीं होती है, वो अपनी ड्यूटी करते रहते हैं।
He said that 343 police personnel have lost their lives during India's fight against COVID-19. Union Home Minister said that the police personnel have done a really commendable job during Corona crisis.
दुनिया पर कोरोना की महामारी आई, उस वक्त पूरी दुनिया अचंभित हो गई। किसी ने कल्पना नहीं की थी। न मेडिकल फैकल्टी के लोगों को मालूम था कि इसके खिलाफ कैसे लड़े, न वैज्ञानिकों को मालूम था, न आम जनता को मालूम था कि इसके खिलाफ कैसे लड़े। मुझे कहते हुए बहुत गर्व होता है कि लॉकडाउन के अमलीकरण के लिए चाहे लाखों प्रवासी मजदूर अपने घर पर जाते हो, उनको सहायता करने के लिए, कहीं कोई बीमार है बीच में छूट गया, उसको अस्पताल पहुंचाने के लिए ब्लड डोनेशन से लेकर प्लाज्मा डोनेशन तक करने तक पुलिस कर्मचारियों ने पीछे मुड़कर नहीं देखा।
Well, Union Home Minister Amit Shah mentioned two key bills related to the welfare of police forces. He said that the government is doing its best to take care of all the citizens and their families.
अभी संसद के सत्र के अंदर हमने 2 बिल पारित किए हैं, रक्षा शक्ति यूनिवर्सिटी और फॉरेंसिक साइंस यूनिवर्सिटी। रक्षा शक्ति यूनिवर्सिटी से जो बच्चा बचपन से अपनी कैरियर इस क्षेत्र में बनाना चाहता है, सुरक्षा के क्षेत्र में बनाना चाहता है, उसको 12वीं कक्षा से ही इसके लिए तैयार किया जाएगा और एक ऐसा जवान बाहर आएगा जो एक लंबे समय के लिए देश की सेवा करेगा। इसी तरह से फॉरेंसिक साइंस यूनिवर्सिटी के माध्यम से ढेर सारे वैज्ञानिकों की जो कमी है उसकी आपूर्ति करने का हम प्रयास करेंगे और गुनाह को आप क्रैक कर दो, उसके बाद में सजा कराने में ये साइंटिफिक एविडेंस कोर्ट के सामने रखने का प्रयास करेंगे।
Well, he said that Modi government is committed to protect the interests of the police personnel and their families.
आप देश की सुरक्षा कर रहे हैं, देश के लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को संभाल रहे हैं। मैं आपको मोदी सरकार की ओर से आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं, आप देश को संभालिए, देश की आंतरिक सुरक्षा को संभालिए। नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार आपके और आपके परिजनों की रक्षा के लिए सदैव तत्पर रहेगी, जागरूक रहेगी और प्रतिबद्ध भी रहेगी।
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister paid tribute to the police personnel in Lucknow on the occasion of the Police Commemoration Day today. While paying homage to the 9 police personnel of Uttar Pradesh who were martyred in the line of duty during 2019-20, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said their sacrifice has inspired everyone. In Maharashtra, Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray paid tribute to the police personnel who lost their lives in the line of duty at the police headquarters in Naigaon in Mumbai on the Police Commemoration Day today. In his address to the nation on Tuesday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has urged people not to let their guard down, especially during the upcoming festive season, till a vaccine becomes available. He said he wants to see every Indian safe, and the government was making preparations to deliver a COVID-19 vaccine to every Indian. Here's a report.
जब तक दवाई नहीं तब तक ढिलाई नहीं। मैं आप सबसे करबद्ध प्रार्थना करता हूं। आपको मैं सुरक्षित देखना चाहता हूं, आपके परिवार को सुखी देना चाहता हूं।
In his address to the nation on Tuesday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi not only urged the countrymen to not let the guard down in the battle against COVID-19 pandemic, but also assured them that India is progressing rapidly in its effort to develop the vaccine. While extending the greetings to the people of India for upcoming festivals including Durga Puja, Dussehra, Diwali, Eid and Chhath, Prime Minister also warned that festive season poses a major challenge during COVID-19. He said until a permanent cure is found for COVID-19, there should not be any laxity on the part of citizens.
2 गज की दूरी, समय समय पर साबुन से हाथ धुलना और मास्क लगाना चाहता हूं, आपके परिवार को सुखी देना चाहता हूं। ये त्योहार आपके जीवन में उत्साह और उमंग भरे ऐसा वातावरण चाहता हूं और इसलिए मैं बार बार हर देशवासी से आग्रह करता हूं।
Prime Minister hailed India's success in the war against COVID-19. He also appealed the citizens to remain more vigilant than ever against the threat of COVID-19 in the post-lockdown era. Prime Minister cautioned against any negligence until we get complete success in containing the spread of virus.
अगर आप लापरवाही बरत रहे हैं, बिना मास्क के बाहर निकल रहे हैं, तो आप अपने आप को, अपने परिवार को, अपने परिवार के बच्चों को, बुजुर्गों को उतने ही बड़े संकट में डाल रहे हैं।
Prime Minister also said that government is putting all arrangements in place to make vaccines available to each and every citizen of the country when it is ready.
हमारे देश के वैज्ञानिक भी वैक्सीन के लिए जी जान से जुटे हैं। भारत में अभी कोरोना की कई वैक्सीन पर काम चल रहा है। इनमें कुछ एडवांस स्टेज पर हैं, आशास्पद स्थिति दिखती है। साथियों, कोरोना की वैक्सीन जब भी आएगी, वो जल्द से जल्द प्रत्येक भारतीय तक कैसे पहुंचे, इसके लिए भी सरकार की तैयारी जारी है। एक एक नागरिक तक वैक्सीन पहुंचे, इसके लिए तेजी से काम हो रहा है।
Prime Minister also said that India has performed better than many other countries in the world in the fight against COVID-19.
भारत में जहां प्रति 10 लाख जनसंख्या पर करीब 5,500 लोगों को कोरोना हुआ है, वहीं अमेरिका और ब्राजील जैसे देशों में ये आंकड़ा 25,000 के करीब है। भारत में प्रति 10 लाख लोगों में मृत्यु दर 83 है, जबकि अमेरिका, ब्राजील, स्पेन, ब्रिटेन जैसे अनेक देशों में ये आंकड़ा 600 के पार है।
Prime Minister remembered to appreciate the contribution of corona warriors and said that our doctors, nurses and health workers are serving selflessly to such a large population under the mantra of Seva Parmo Dharma. Prime Minister stressed that we should not let the situation worsen after the success achieved during the past 7 to 8 months due to efforts by every Indian. He said that a little carelessness will cost the nation dearly. Prime Minister gave a simple mantra to the people of the country to achieve happiness and to stay safe. On one hand, we should not shy away from our day-to-day responsibilities, while on the other hand, we should also remain alert against the threat of COVID-19. DD India.
Well, now shifting focus to the poll-bound state of Bihar. Well, in Bihar elections, scrutiny of the nominations filed for the third phase will be held today. On Tuesday was the last day for filing of nominations for the third phase. The third and final phase of polling will be held on the 7th of November across 78 assembly seats. The counting of votes for the assembly elections will take place on the 10th of November. Meanwhile, a number of poll rallies also scheduled for today. Congress party will release its election manifesto, while the Bihar Lok Janshakti Party will release its vision document today. As the election campaign gained momentum, various rallies are scheduled in the poll-bound state of Bihar. Union Minister and senior BJP leader Rajnath Singh will address public rallies in Kehalgaon, Parhara and Chainpur. BJP National President JP Nadda will address election rallies in Betihad in West Champaran district and Chakia in Motihari. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar will be campaigning in Kesaria in West Champaran, Marhaura and Parsa in Saran district and Vaishali. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath will address rallies in Jamui, Piro and Paliganj High School in Patna. Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan will address rallies in Banka, Bhagalpur and Naubatpur. Lok Janshakti Party Chief Chirag Paswan will launch the party's Bihar First Vision document for the upcoming Bihar Assembly elections. A central team of experts from the Health Ministry will visit Bihar today to assess the compliance of COVID standards on the ground ahead of the state assembly elections. The team will monitor the social distancing of 2 yards, sanitization and other standards during the political rallies and other election-related activities. The team will take preventive measures to contain the spread of COVID-19 due to crowding expected at political rallies. The Election Commission has also issued guidelines to ensure compliance with these standards. Well, meanwhile, India continues to perform exceptionally well in the fight against COVID-19. India has leaped across several significant milestones in its fight against COVID. Let's now take a look at the country's latest COVID-19 data by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. India continues to report a trend of steadily declining active cases and improving recovered cases of COVID-19. The active cases are less than 8 lakh for the 5th consecutive day today and stand at 7,40,090. The active cases now comprise just 9.67% of the total positive cases of the country. The declining trend of the active cases is complemented by the unbroken rising number of recovered cases. The total recovered cases further improved to 67,95,103. The national recovery rate has risen to 88.81%. And in the last 24 hours, 61,775 patients have recovered or have been discharged from the hospital. A quick look at the fatality rate that has also dropped further to 1.51%. Well, COVID-19 cases of oxygen support in ICUs through ventilators and oxygen-supported beds have shown a significant decrease since the last week of September. In a series of tweets, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare said this aligns with the national decline of active cases of less than 10% of the total cases. It added that the centre's focused and comprehensive strategies have resulted in enhanced medical infrastructure, use of oxygen as part of the standard treatment protocol for clinical management of patients, and extensive arrangements of oxygen supply across the country. According to the Indian Council of Medical Research, that's ICMR, 10,83,608 samples were tested on October 20th. With this, the total samples that have been tested to date, that's October 20th, stands at 9,72,379. The Calcutta High Court Division Bench agreed to review its order banning the entry of visitors to Durga Puja pandals. This decision came after the Forum for Durga Utsav, an organization of different puja organizing committees, moved a review petition before the division bench comprising Justice Sanjeev Banerjee and Arijit Banerjee. The court will hear the arguments today, a day before the formal beginning of the 5-day festival. Telangana, meanwhile, has been recording moderate to heavy rains once again under the influence of low pressure in the Bay of Bengal since Tuesday. Hyderabad city, which was battered by heavy to very heavy rains last week, is again witnessing rains at different intervals since Tuesday morning. The sporadic rains have again inundated over 150 residential areas in Hyderabad, which is just recovering from heavy rains that pounded the city last week. Vanaparthi district received a maximum of 6.5 centimeters of rainfall till 6 a.m. this morning. Several areas in the city registered a rainfall of more than 5 centimeters on Tuesday. The state government sounded a high note of caution among administration circles following fresh round of rains under the influence of low pressure. It has asked the authorities to be in a high state of readiness as the Met Department has forecast more rains for the next 2 days in Hyderabad and also several other districts in the state. It has alerted people to stay safe and not to come out of their houses during the present situation. It is shifting people from low-lying areas to shelter camps forcibly in some areas where people are reluctant to move. The police department has kept a vigil on the lakes in and around Hyderabad which are in spate. The government has postponed all exams till the Dussehra festival on account of rains. Universities in the states have postponed the exams till October 22nd. Meanwhile, the government has begun distribution of 10,000 as immediate relief to flood victims. The Municipal Administration Minister K.T. Rama Rao and other ministers visited the flood-affected areas in the city and distributed relief checks. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Chandrasekhar Rao wrote a letter to the centre stating that the state suffered crop losses to the tune of 2,481 crore rupees due to these rains. Well, shifting focus to the US presidential polls now. With 2 weeks until election day, early voting has begun in all 50 states. Early voting continues to hit record numbers across the nation. More than 35.5 million voters have already been cast and at least 83.4 million ballots have been requested. Meanwhile, early voting also held in Wisconsin, Utah and Hawaii. In Wisconsin, voters bundled up and braved temperatures to stand in line at polling locations. Voters are more than eager to cast a ballot ahead of election day, where polling sites could be viewed as overcrowded during pandemic standards. The 2020 general elections has more voting options than ever before. In Chicago, pre-trial inmates at a jail are being encouraged to practice their right to vote by casting early ballots from inside the detention center. The jail launched early voting over the weekend from inside the facility, saying it expects some 2,000 of its pre-trial detainees to cast ballots. Meanwhile, campaigning is on in full swing for the November 3rd presidential poll. Trump campaigned in the crucial battleground state of Pennsylvania on Tuesday. The former vice president was off the campaign trail on Tuesday to prepare for his debate on October 22nd with Trump. National opinion polls show Biden holding a wide lead over Trump, although the contest is closer in the swing states that will decide the election, including Pennsylvania, Florida and North Carolina. Union Minister of State for Culture and Tourism Prahlad Singh Patel today attended the 77th anniversary celebration of the Foundation Day of the Azad Hind government. The minister said that freedom was gained only by putting life at stake. The minister ended his address by paying tributes to the INA and Netaji.
जीवन दांव पर लगाकर ही आजादी मिलेगी, उसकी कीमत तब समझ में आती है। शायद हम आज आजादी की कितनी कीमत कर पाते हैं। ये आजादी के 75 वर्ष पूरे होने वाले हैं। आजादी के 75 वर्ष पूरे होंगे और नेताजी के जन्म जयंती का 125वां वर्ष होगा। देश में अब एक नए सिरे से विचार करना पड़ेगा। हम सब INA के उन तमाम शहीदों के प्रति, आदरणीय नेताजी के चरणों में और जो हमारे जीवित स्मारक हैं उनके चरणों में भी मैं नमन करते हुए अपनी बात को समाप्त करता हूं। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Well, the 9-day-long Navratri festival is being celebrated across the country. Today is the 5th day of Navratra. Goddess Skandmata, also known as Devi Ashtha is worshipped on day 5. Goddess Skandmata is the 5th avatar of Goddess Durga. According to Hindu scriptures, when Goddess Parvati became the mother of Kartikeya, she came to be known as Skandmata. Navratri is one of the most auspicious periods of the Hindu calendar. Today is also Mahapanchami and Durga Puja officially starts on Thursday. Goddess Durga will be welcomed on Mahashashti tomorrow. Devotees are thronging temples since morning to offer prayers to Goddess Skandmata. Prime Minister Narendra Modi extended greetings on the occasion and prayed that Goddess Skandmata brings happiness, prosperity and good luck in everyone's life. Prime Minister said in a tweet, and I quote, "Today is the day of worship of Goddess Skandmata in the 5th form of Goddess Durga in Navratri. I wish that the blessings of Goddess Skandmata, who created the new consciousness, remain on our countrymen forever." Well, that's all we have time for in this edition of news. But remember, we've got a campaign out there for you, Mask Up India. Do not forget to wear your mask as you step out of your house. Also maintaining physical distancing while you board the bus, you take the metro. Do not forget that, because we need to overcome COVID, because COVID is there in the air and we need to overcome it. And we all need to see a better tomorrow. Thanks for watching.